Hi guys! For the first time ever in the history of my channel, I am doing a mukbang. I got some Chick-Fil-A. I'm vegetarian, but I will tell you what a person who's vegetarian gets at Chick-Fil-A. I got a lemonade, frosted lemonade. So good. I got waffle fries, obviously. Like, hello. Thumbnail. With Chick-fil-A sauce. Oh. It's been a while since I've had Chick-fil-A. And then mac and cheese. I really like their mac and cheese. And a kale crunch salad. That is what I get. So for the first few seconds of this video, I will be stuffing my face. Look, this is what I do. I sit in my car. Is there a crack in Chick-fil-A sauce? Like, what is it? This is so good. Like, I wish more fast food places had vegetarian options. Like, I wish Chick-fil-A had this is the mac and cheese. I wish that Chick-fil-A had a vegetarian chicken sandwich, you know? Good. I really like their mac and cheese. Like, because, you know why? Because I think like a part of it is baked because they have like this cheese, I don't know, like this cheese layer. You see it? The topic of discussion today is intuition. Intuition. And maybe you guys can help me out because I've been thinking about this a lot. Simply because, like, growing up Christian, we heard that you're supposed to listen to the still small voice of Christ. Is that like the same thing as intuition? I don't know, what do you think? To me, maybe. I was also reading, like, from a completely psychological perspective, that intuition is basically your mind and your subconscious will pick up on things that are like secondary. Like, you know, you have an experience or multiple experiences, and it will pick up on each of these experiences and compile, this is the kale salad, by the way. They'll compile all of these things together. And then whenever you encounter a specific situation, it will kind of go, you know, this is the way to go, or what's going on here is wrong, or what's going on here is right. So by yourself, you don't really recognize it, but your subconscious is kind of picking up on these things that are secondary and then bring it back up to you in the future. Okay. Wow, they gave me a lot of Chick-Fil-A sauce. Now my question is, well, do you listen to it every time? Like, what do you guys do? Do you listen to it every time? If I'm not a young, like as young as many people think I am. I'm 28. So I feel like, you know, given that explanation, that psychological explanation, kind of like where you're compiling on experiences and kind of putting things into your head or your subconscious, sorry guys, I should have quite a lot of experiences to draw on. So, like, when do you start trusting your intuition completely? Like, when? I guess that's my question. Or really my thought in the whole scheme of things. Like, you know, when you ask someone for advice and you already know what you should do, I feel like that's your intuition. It's like you giving yourself advice, like you know what you're supposed to be doing. And if I think back to a specific situation, I can share this with you guys. I have a video up on this channel called How to Deal with Workplace Bullying. And what is hilarious, and this is coming back into my head, I don't know why, but what is hilarious is when I went for interviews, there really wasn't anything wrong with like the place. Everyone was seemingly nice, but when I left, I had like this vibe, like that said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take the job. And the funny thing is, I had another job offer that I had several actually. But this one was like a status thing. It was kind of like something you could brag about doing, you know, because the industry is very exclusive, and so when I weighed out the options, I was like, no, like I feel like I could get the most upward mobility. But looking back, that upward mobility that I was thinking was completely driven by vanity. I had job offers that I would really have enjoyed doing more, and I had a better vibe, like a better, I don't know, I feel like you feel settled, like your spirit just feels like a deep breath, this is where I'm supposed to be. But I ignored it. And then I will link to the video of the story time of what exactly happened. Like, probably one of the worst experiences of my life, hands down. I would go into work crying. I remember one time it got so bad, I came down from my, like, the office, and like, you know, we had one floor. If you're thinking buildings in Chicago, we had one floor, so downstairs there's like a lobby, you know, different people are there, And literally, people were like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Like, do you need me to call someone for you? Like, it was that bad. And that wasn't the only time that happened. It happened multiple times. And I wished that I had trusted my intuition. And so now I still like struggle with it. Like, I can feel it and I know exactly what my intuition is telling me without a doubt. But it's still hard for me to like make the conscious choice that I'm going to choose like this feeling or this random thought that I have. You know? Like, and I feel like that becomes with like having a relationship with yourself, because I'm very analytical. So I'm kind of like, okay, let's make a spreadsheet, you know? Let's make a spreadsheet. Like, that's me. And I'm gonna put the pros, the cons, and if the pros outweigh the cons, then I'm gonna go with it. Like, that's how I have lived my life. A lot. Not as much recently. Like, now I'm starting to trust the intuition, because some things really can't be explained. Because with that job, that's what I did. I did pros, cons for each of the positions I had an offer for. And then I took the one where the pros outweighed the cons the most. Did it work? No. And the thing is, sometimes it works. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, sometimes the intuition's right and not the pro-con list. But I think overall, everything has to line up. So the pro-cons list has to line up, the intuition has to line up, everything. You should feel at peace with the decision. Like, it shouldn't just be, and I think that's the conclusion to the whole debacle that I'm talking about here. Like, everything has to line up. And I talk to myself to this. Tell me if you agree. Do you agree? Do you not agree? I don't know. Do you, like, tell me? But I think that the pros cons list has to add up. The intuition feeling has to add up. And like, you should feel at peace and settled. Like, all of those things need to be in alignment for you to say this is the right decision. Because I don't think that one is like larger than the other. Because I do think, hear me out, I do think that sometimes when your intuition is saying like, hey, no, don't do this, like, pick something else, do something else, then, you know, maybe you've missed something in the pros cons list. Because for me, and I don't think I'd had that much personal growth yet, for me, my value system is now that vanity metrics don't mean as much to me as being happy in life and doing what I want to do and what I love. Like, and so if I were to build a pros and cons list now, like, the pros, I mean, would definitely not outweigh the cons. The cons would outweigh the pros, is what I'm saying. Right? But, you know, everybody's different. I'd love to hear your opinion. What do you think? Do you always trust your intuition? What do you do? Like, tell me. I'd love to hear. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna finish up my food. I hope you enjoyed this mukbang, seeing what a vegetarian eats at Chick-Fil-A. I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys for watching.